I see DXN is something, it has uh, made a over the world by coming up in the ladder in the network marketing company. And in the coming years also, I am sure that change many lives in terms of health as well as giving. As a doctor, we have a lot of challenge every day. And being a cardiologist, it's a tough job. It's a life and death for a person suffering from heart disease, getting heart attack, because you know that heart attack is very dangerous and it can kill you within 3 minutes. You never know when you get the disease. Such a challenging profession, and I wanted to become a cardiologist looking at my father. He was a great man, a great visionary, and he was one of the founding members of cardiology in India way back in 50s and 60s. And now the cardiology has grown to such an extent that we are doing great job in India in terms of so many advancements happening all over the world, not only in cardiology but other fields of medicine. We are able to help a lot of people with disease, whether it be children, women, middle-aged people or old people. The modern medicine has revolutionized the treatment of various diseases. But still, our concern is how can we prevent those diseases in the childhood or in the adulthood and live a healthy life. And that is where, a great visionary like Dr. Lim Sujit has created this DXN, and he came out with a powerful product, Ganoderma, which is able to millions and millions and millions of people out. That's a great thing, and only visionaries can think about it. And my thinking is that he is a great visionary and he thought about wellness revolution. Initially, in those days, when I probably, when Dr. Ratna was person in India, we would not have revolution will happen in India and all over the world. Not only he gave us the but he also gave us a powerful system. Every one of us can succeed. Taking the exam and career. And you see all the successful people sitting here for the system. And if you are willing to work, you will definitely succeed. Right? Today my topic is Ganoderma for health. Health is something is very precious. So when health is gone, everything is gone. And in India, especially what I see today, for the past, 3-4 decades, 30, 40 years, we are not giving much importance to the health. We have advanced in so many, areas, but are lacking behind in the health sector and the like Bangladesh is, the health index is better. The major problem was what we face, you know, and also still infective diseases to be controlled. Like so many, any infection that you can think of. They die of simple so there prevention comes. The immunity plays a great role. The nutrition plays a great role in preventing those illnesses. Unfortunately, we don't have any medicine for that. And here comes, the powerful herb which can help in prevention. So such a powerful product. And as I said, it can help in prevention, and we can consume Ganoderma to protect ourselves from various diseases. At the same time, it can also help in many disease conditions where the Ganoderma has very powerful medicinal benefits. So unless you have that, your mindset, health is wealth, you are not going to focus on consuming DXM products. So health is something very precious. Again and again, we need to reinforce that health is wealth. Because doctors cannot give health. Doctors can give only medicines for diseases. So you don't expect a doctor to talk about health or prevention. That is beyond their, their reach. And we don't have no time to think about prevention. But it's very important that the prevention has to happen at home. And the message is the food as medicine, nutrition as medicine. Whether it's a macronutrition with a balanced diet or the micronutrition, which is extremely important to protect our health. And the micronutrition is very, very critical for our health and for preventing many illnesses. So food as medicine, that is a concept. Who will prepare food at home? The father or the mother. Nowadays, fathers also, they have started cooking. They know their way. So, but it's, basically it's a mother who takes care of the child, feeds the child, and mother's milk is so precious. Nutrition that it can help in various developments and immunity. And the food what mother prepares is it's the primary thing which will help us to prevent many diseases, because every organ in the body, every cell requires proper nutrition, and we need to take. But unfortunately, what is happening today is food is becoming with a lot of pesticides, chemicals. Any food can become a poison today. Yes, especially the fast foods is a fast way to disease. Unfortunately, our children are getting. You see McDonald's everywhere, right? KFC everywhere. We need to understand that they are very toxic and once in a while, but if you take it on a regular basis, it can become a poison. Food can become a poison. But the beauty of Ganoderma is it can never become a poison, it can only act as a medicine. And Ganoderma, DXN produces high quality Ganoderma. It's one of the largest producers of organic Ganoderma in the world. I'm sure that many of you would have visited our Malaysia farm and the factory. The same replica is going to come up in Hyderabad in 100 acres. More we can ask for, and Dr. Lim is investing more than crores to bring the latest in cultivating for not only Ganoderma all the product for India, because country 1.3 billion population, health, nutrition can address many of those issues. So all of you know where these the usual stuff. It's 5,000. It's called as the king of herbs. It has got more 100 or 500 active ingredients now, and those ingredients are classified under 5 major headings. It's all in the literature, and it has got a lot of medicinal benefits. I'm not going to go through that, but I'm going to primarily focus on the prevention part. How Ganoderma can help your body to protect from various illnesses and diseases. One fundamental thing that you need to understand is that the Ganoderma acts on the body, not on the disease. A lot of people confuse, thinking that Ganoderma is a medicine. It is when we promote it only for sick people, right? Initially, we started doing that because we had only RG and GL. I remember for almost 2.5 years, 2.5, 3 years, we had only RGGL. And we used to, sell this Ganoderma going after sick patients. And that is how, a lot of barefoot doctors also emerged, especially in Kerala. We had problem and, a lot of, yeah. So, we promoted it that way, but we need to understand that it is not primarily meant for the diseases, or it's also useful for sick patients in disease conditions. But primarily, it helps sick patients by acting on the body. It treats the body, thereby it can help in various disease conditions. This is a fundamental thing that you need to understand. And there are 3 basic actions of Ganoderma on the body. First, we said Ganoderma acts on the body. So what are the 3 primary actions of Ganoderma on the body? One is the detoxification function. Detoxification means eliminating all the toxins from the body. Anything in excess which is accumulated in the body is a toxin. Maybe sugar, maybe salt, maybe cholesterol, or any the product that is in the body. It has to be excreted through the urine, through the stools, or through the sweat. It has to be excreted, and the balance has to be kept up. The pH of the body has to be kept up. The temperature of the body has to be kept up, right? So detoxification is one of the major action of Ganoderma. Remember that RG does function. The primary action of detoxification function. The GL balancing function. Every organ in the body has to function in a balanced state. So film is giving GL separately because it has got some additional benefits. It has germanium. It has got more so that it can balance your body as well as it can balance your immune system. No other company gives RG and GL separately. And our GL, it's because the recycling, the time is very fast, 3 weeks, right? It's much superior GL when compared to 15 years or 20 years back. This is the message shared by Dr. Lee. So it's a full portion of the mycelium of the Ganoderma, which is it can help in the second action of Ganoderma is on the immune system. The immune system is very powerful to deal with very many infections, right? And to kill the abdominal, the immune system does that. most modulator is mother's milk. Well, Ganoderma is the most powerful immunomodulator. That is why it helps in various immune disorders like what you saw, psoriasis. Right? Psoriasis is an autoimmune disease. Rheumatoid arthritis, systemic lupus erythematosus, even type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease. Right? Because our body cells, they kill their own cells, our own cells, so that when they are destroyed, they express itself as a disease. So the second most powerful action is on the immune system. Third is the vasodilating effect. That means it increases the blood circulation to every organ in the body. Blood circulation is very, very critical for tissue function, the cell function, and the organ function, especially the microcirculation. And Ganoderma has two powerful components, adenosine and guanosine, which will improve the microcirculation. I'll talk about it a little later. So the antioxidant effect is particularly very, very important. It's action by which it can eliminate the free radical damage. Because of the oxidation process, a lot of bad chemicals are produced in the body, which can lead to many illnesses. And antioxidants are substances that detoxify our body and eliminate the oxidative stress. So we talk about so many antioxidants. Spirulina is an antioxidant, green tea is an antioxidant, ginseng is an antioxidant. Ganoderma is 5 times more potent than the ginseng, because its ORAC value is around 23,000 units, making it as the most powerful antioxidant. The oxidation process, the bad cholesterol is formed in the body that gets deposited in the blood vessels and leading to heart attacks or stroke or many diseases which are related to the blood flow and blood vessels. So the antioxidant action of the Ganoderma is very, very powerful in preventing the vascular. Aging is one factor which can lead to disease. Aging leads to disease, leads to death. Every one of us aging, every day we are, right? And aging changes in our body, a lot of cells die in our population comes down, a lot of things happen during, and antioxidants process, and Ganoderma being one of the most powerful antioxidant available to us in our aging process. Delayed aging process, it can also give the vascular protection. So free radicals and aging. Free radicals can hasten the aging process. Why some people are getting heart attack at the age of 25, 30, 35, 40, or other diseases which are related to the aging process? Because probably they produce more free radicals because of unhealthy diet, unhealthy food habits, unhealthy way of life, lot of stress that can increase the free radical production. So free radicals can increase the aging process. Prematurely, they get into very disease. Is a powerful antioxidant which can process. Free radicals are directly cancer causation. They can cause cancer. Know that the cancer is on the rise. Which is a major killer? Cancer. So we have no way of killing the cancer, because next probably it will overtake heart disease and become the number one position. Young people are getting cancers due to various causes, and Ganoderma, being a very powerful antioxidant, it can help in prevention of cancer. So cancer is directly related to the aging process. especially we men are prone for certain types of cancers in the old age, especially prostatic cancer, right? Colonic cancers, and women, breast cancers, uterine cancers, ovarian cancers. So when you are able to take a powerful antioxidants, it can actually help in prevention of cancer. So prevention is better than cure. So one of the most powerful action of Ganoderma on the body is the detoxification function and as a powerful antioxidant. We talked about the immunity. Ganoderma can increase the production of ganoderic acid, interleukin, it has a high concentration of polysaccharide and ganoderic acid, which can increase the production of interleukin 1 and 2 and interferon, which can help in your immunity. Higher the immunity, if your immune system is powerful, that means you can resist any kind of infection, especially viral or bacterial infections. And a lot of children die because of simple infections like viral pneumonia, diarrhea, not because of dengue or any other viral illnesses. Simple infections can kill them. And especially if the child is malnourished, if the nutrition is low, then the death rate is very high. That is where we can prevent a lot of children dying of those diseases. Right? And spirulina is one of the most powerful food supplement which can give you micronutrition children to prevent those illnesses. It's a very powerful immunomodulator, I said. So it can help in a lot of autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid, systemic lupus erythematosus, psoriasis. So immunity and the Ganoderma, it's a second powerful action of Ganoderma. And as I said, next to mother's milk is the most powerful immunomodulator. Health Organization says that a mother nurse their child, right? I think the government is giving 6 months leave and salary for right? Why they have given this thing? Because to take care of a child. Only during the 2 to 5 years of life, the maximum development of all the vital organs, they happen. Like your brain, your heart, your liver, your kidney, your lungs, your immune system. After 5 years, the physical growth happens. Your arms grow, your legs grow. Then anyhow, they are going to grow, provided you get a reasonably a good nutrition. But during the first few years, up to 3 years, the major organs, the vital organs, they have to develop. So in those first 2 to 3 years, the mother should focus on good nutrition to the child. Mother's milk is very, very important. Next to mother's milk, Ganoderma is the most better, which can help these children to be healthy. And the third powerful action of Ganoderma on the body on the blood vessels. As I mentioned, blood supply is for every cell and organ in the body. Circulation, meaning that in the 100 the thickness of the hair, and that microcirculation, the cell will get oxygen, nutrition, and all the waste products can be taken out from the cells, like carbon dioxide, the other the free radicals, or all the waste products will be taken to the liver and kidney to be eliminated from the body. So microcirculation is very, very critical for the function of every cell in the body, every tissue in the body, and every organ in the body. And we do not have any medicine to improve the microcirculation. God has created Ganoderma, given the Ganoderma with which is which has got a high concentration of adenosine and guanosine, both of which will improve the blood circulation, the blood flow to every organ in the body. So adenosine, of course, we use it as a medicine, injection adenosine for certain conditions where the heart beats irregularly, and we will give an intravenous adenosine injection. And it will increase the blood vascularity, blood flow. And health is primarily dependent on the blood flow in the old age. As your blood flow comes down in the old age, your walking comes down, your digestion comes down, your vision comes down, your hearing comes down. Everything comes down because primarily the blood flow comes down, right? And usually that happens after the age of 50, 55, 60. So there you need to sort of increase the blood flow by a simple, thing what you can do, just walking. Walking, increases the blood flow. Your heart pumps more blood into the system. So that is why we say that walking is the best medicine. And heart can pump more blood into the system. It can pump about 7 times more when you train your heart, right? So in the old age, the blood flow becomes very, very critical. And this is a picture for you to understand that, all over the body, right from, to the toe. And the blood flow has to happen in all the vascular system, and heart pumps 5 liters of blood when you are sitting. It's a very powerful organ. It's a very unique organ. It's an emotional organ, reacts to emotions. Will react to emotions, but your heart will. You shout at somebody, you are happy, it reacts. It's an emotional pump, right? It pumps, which is very, very vital for our health. And we have red carry oxygen, and also the blood will carry nutrition. The heart also should proper blood. That is why, there is a special type above the heart which is called as the coronary arteries. And these coronary arteries, they are prone for blockages. It affects the atherosclerosis, affects the medium-sized arteries, right? And as human beings, by nature, we have been designed that, we get a lot of heart attacks, right? Certain animals are immune, right? So the heart has to pump blood into the entire system, and that runs into so many hundreds and thousands of kilometers. Right? Amazing how heart can pump into the system. We need to take care of our heart. That is very, very important. And this is the micro vascular. You have the arteriole, the veins, and the capillaries are very thin, so thin that you diffuse into the other side to get into the cell. Carbon dioxide has to be taken up, and all the material transfer has to be done. Your potassium, your bicarb, whatever it is, it has to be changed. And this microcirculation, as I said, is very, very critical. And in every cell, this metabolism has to go on. Then only, life is there. Otherwise, there is no life. Right? So, I'm trying to sort of make you understand that the blood flow is very, very critical for the normal cellular function in life. And this is what we do with the angiogram, right? We say we do an angiogram and say that, how good is your blood supply to the heart. So you have normally, this is one of the major blood vessels. It's a left coronary system. You have the left main vessel here, and this supplies this artery, left hand descending, gives the major supply to the septum and the left ventricle. There is another system which is called as the circumflex. You see the major vessels, right? This is what we see routinely in the cath lab when you do an angiogram. But we don't see the minute blood vessels which are present and which are distributed in the heart. This is not only the case for the heart, but is for every organ in the body. The microvascular system is so critical and important. And of course, what we do is we identify some blockages here, some here, and we try to put a stent or a bypass surgery, do a bypass surgery, and we make the flow all right. What is more important, what is happening here in the microcirculation? See, you have so many, this is by a special technique where you can enhance the microcirculation. Right? It cannot be visualized by ordinary technique. You need a superior technology which will enhance the microcirculation. See, in one single blood vessel, one portion of the heart, such a the amount of microcirculation is present and blood has to go through that. And as I said, there is no drug which will act on the microcirculation. The nitrates, what we normally give, it acts on the, it doesn't act on the microcirculation. The beauty of Ganoderma is that it has got adenosine and guanosine, which will act on the microcirculation. And ultimately, that microcirculation blood flow decides the perfusion of every cell. This is only one example. So the microcirculation is here, and as I mentioned, adenosine and guanosine in Ganoderma will take care of the microcirculation, and apart from aspirin-like effect. That means one aspirin a day keeps you are allowing the blood to, it's not a blood thinner like what, it's an antiplatelet effect. So the action of Ganoderma is that aspirin-like effect, and thereby it can improve the microcirculation as well as the macrocirculation and protects the vascular system. So the third most powerful action of Ganoderma on the body is that it will protect your vascular system and it will promote both macro and micro circulation. That is your blood flow to every organ in the body. And the two conditions, diseases, they affect the vascular system. One is your diabetes. It is called as vascular cum metabolic disease. Why diabetes? It damages the vascular system. My professor used to tell me when I was doing my MD Moses, then itself, 40 years back, I used metabolic cum vascular disease. That definition stands good. Indians, we are prone for diabetes, typically, or maybe due to various reasons. People are becoming diabetic, young hypertensives. So that is going to kill. When you are 60 and 65, 70, you are finished your work. You are done. Any day you can welcome your death, right? But when you are young, that's where that should not happen. But what is happening today is a lot of young people are dying of such deadly diseases, right? Like heart attacks or cancers, and it is bound to happen for another. All the experts, they have predicted in India, not only in India, in most of the developing countries, heart disease will remain to be a major killer. Right? So we have to take care of our children. We have to take care of our young population. How do we do that? No technology will help. Artificial intelligence will not help. Only your nutrition, right? Only the food with good nutrition will help in protecting you from various diseases. And incidentally, when you take Ganoderma and Spirulina, it will help your body to protect your health. Any amount of money cannot buy health, right? You make tons and tons and tons and tons of money that you cannot buy health. What happened to Steve Jobs? He died at the age of 57, right? So there are so many examples, people dying at a young age, right? They had everything they wanted, but they did not have good health, right? So health is something very, very precious. And in DXN, we talk about health, 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 health. Then only the wealth comes. That, we understand when we were young. When we are young, we don't bother about health. We think, we are immortal. We are going to live for 120 years. Normally that will not happen when you are 50 worrying about our health. Right? So health is something very precious. Yesterday night, also today morning, I had a discussion. I had a discussion with Kabir, and he told me that he won in the 10.
No, it's gold short put in this.
Yeah, he is able to do that unless he is fit. And he was asking me, Doctor, am I fit? I'm worried, because I'm aging. All of us are aging. Everyone will have health problems, but how to, overcome that is very, very critical. And how we can prevent, right? And we have a very powerful product, Ganoderma, which can help us in many situations, and also the micronutrition, which can help. So I'm not going to talk about all this, the time is very limited, but it will not go through the whole the lecture. So I will highlight only certain things. The medicinal benefit of Ganoderma, there are few conditions, it can dramatically, it can help infuse, the pain, arthritic pain. It can help a lot of people with rheumatoid arthritis and autoimmune disease. I've seen personally, experience of giving Ganoderma to a lot of arthritis in their skull. It's a very crippling disease. Not walk, they cannot sit down. So this is one of the, because of the anti-inflammatory effect and the autoimmune effect in those conditions. And cancer. It was discovered Ganoderma has got a very powerful anti. And now, the cancer is on the increase. And so many cancer institutes are coming up all over the country. Right. Our first testimonial was a young patient with blood cancer, Rajini, 24-year-old school teacher who had a blood cancer, and Ganoderma helped her, and she lived for 4 years. Then only we started believing in Ganoderma that it has got some medicinal benefit. In 1999, when Dr. Clarence gave this Ganoderma, right? We are wondering, an allopathic doctor talking about Dr. Ratana's classmate, Clarence Stanislas, right? So today, Ganoderma is helping a lot of people with cancer. And the simple coconut oil or virgin coconut oil, it kills a lot of colonic cancer cells. It can kill 95% of the colonic cancer cells. Very powerful product. Right? And the carcinostatic effect, as well as directly killing the cancer cells, and also it can cut off the blood supply to the cancer cells. three or four powerful actions by which it can be, how it can control the cancer cells and kill the cancer cells. And normally in allopathy, we do radiation, chemotherapy or surgery, but unfortunately, almost 50 to 60% of the cancer patients, they come in the late stage, stage 4, stage 3, stage 4. So there, you are not expecting a cure. You are only expecting a palliation, a temporary relief. What we call as 5-year survival, 10-year survival, And a lot of cancers can be actually prevented and they can be cured. And in cancer, you need to give a very high dose of Ganoderma, about 22 to 24 grams of Ganoderma, 6 months to 1 year. That is around 30 gel per day. All of you know that one RG contains 270 milligrams of RG powder, and GL will contain 450 milligrams of GL powder. So that means 20 milligrams into 30, almost around 22 grams. And we don't have the mycovita here. It's available in Malaysia. Easy to take it. Mixing it with the morinji, because morinji is also an anti-cancer, right? So it has cancer. It's an anti-allergic. We become allergic to various products, also dust allergy, and lot of creams, lotions. They can. So be careful while using those products, right? So allergy is a mechanism where it can lead to many illnesses. And lenostan, linseed, cyclooctosulfur, they have all anti-allergic properties. And Ganoderma is a very powerful anti-allergic agent. Blood pressure, again, I talked about the blood pressure. Young people are becoming hypertensive. They have high blood pressure because of so many reasons. They are obese. They have done a lot of studies in children. Various studies have shown that even in Delhi, there are studies saying that children these are the children, they will get blood pressure when they grow up as adults. 30% of school-going children are obese. Mother is happy that child is chubby, but it's a danger signal. Be careful. They play with what? Your phone or other gadgets, and they don't count, right? That's a dangerous sign. Your child can become hypertensive at a young age and diabetic. You encourage them to play so that they will have a good blood circulation, good vitamin D, and good physical growth, right? So blood pressure is a major killer. It's a silent killer. And Ganoderma has got a ACE inhibiting effect, meaning that it can reduce the blood pressure, and the blood pressure, one need to have an ideal blood pressure of 120 by 80. Of course, as you age, the blood pressure increases, but the ideal blood pressure should be 120/80. And little bit of the allowance can be given for the aging, maybe 130/80 or above 60, 140/80 is fine, 85. Okay, check your blood pressure. And nowadays the instruction given to the pediatricians, right? Any child coming to the doctor after the age of 3, the pediatrician should measure the blood pressure, because that child may have an increased blood pressure for that age, right? So a lot of salt intake, all this ready-made foods and the other they contain high amounts of salt, and WHO says that only 5 grams is allowed maximum in a day. and with all the salt in the curry and everything, we take a lot of salt. That may be one of the reasons for high blood pressure in young people in India, right? So you need to control your salt intake, and blood pressure has to be controlled. And Ganoderma is a very powerful food supplement which can control your blood pressure because of the enzyme. It can reduce your cholesterol, triglyceride. And of course, the now cholesterol theory is being questioned, but still it is better to have a cholesterol level and a good cholesterol which is high. Ideal cholesterol is 150 milligrams, less than 150, and your bad cholesterol should be less than 100. One good thing about coconut oil is that it contains good cholesterol, right? Only the white fellow said that you should not take coconut, you should not use coconut because the coconut trees will not grow in America. They said, okay, use corn oil, use saffron other oil, and they are very bad. Walnut oil, they come under the danger category. Oil is, the best oil is coconut oil, and then the olive oil is good, groundnut oil is good. The only thing is you have to not contaminate it. Adulteration is there. And talking about the coconut can energize your brain. It can help in a lot of people with Alzheimer's, Parkinsonism, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, diabetes, autism. Right? Coconut oil is a medicine, and a lot of the Ayurvedic drugs are they use only coconut oil, no other oil. So coconut oil is one of the best oil that we can use for cooking, even for deep frying. So that's because they have now they have a lot of good cholesterol. So HDL, that is a good cholesterol, that you can increase it only exercise and physical activity. The bad cholesterol should be lower. Brain functions. Ganoderma is very powerful in help the brain functions, and that is also useful in increasing the memory. People with disorders like Parkinson, and it can regulate your sleep function, and it can increase your spiritual function. A lot of Buddhist monks, they have been using this Ganoderma for so many thousands of years to have that spiritual function. And Ganoderma can help in diabetes. My experience for the past 20 years, a lot of people, their blood sugar control is better when they take Ganoderma. At least 6 pads of Ganoderma, that is around 4 to 5 grams of Ganoderma a day. You will not get the result immediately, but you will get it after 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. I've seen people totally giving up insulin. I've seen people, totally giving up drugs, but that will happen after a long time, right? My mother, she was taking Ganoderma for the past 12 years. Now she has totally stopped anti-diabetic drugs.
Wow.
She's 84. She's 84, right? So her gene is very strong, but my gene is not very strong. Think of the next generation, the gene becomes weaker. How to strengthen the gene? Good nutrition, Ganoderma.
Yes.
Right? There's nothing wrong. So, a lot of the diabetic complications can be prevented. It can be helped. Diabetic foot, diabetic neuropathy. You don't have any medicine for diabetic neuropathy. I've seen people getting better with the diabetic neuropathy, non-healing ulcers. So, diabetes is a disease which will kill you slowly. But blood pressure is something, that can kill you instantly. It's a silent killer, right? So, but if you are careful in controlling your diabetes, you can live. So, Ganoderma can help in. It's a very powerful heart tonic, liver tonic, kidney tonic, because basically it protects those organs, increases the microcirculation, gives better oxygen delivery and nutrition, so that all your vital organs are functioning normally. This is a detoxification we talked about. I would like to repeat that the more action of Ganoderma is the detoxification. Right? When you're not eliminating only, you become sick to this process. So Ganoderma is a full detoxifying agent of organ function, that is a balancing function. The powerful effect of GL, ganosylia, and it can help in infertility. It can balance the hormones. And a lot of people, young girls, they have PCOD. Major problem is PCOD now, right? And that's because of that may be due to various reasons. And the hormonal imbalance basically produces that. And Ganoderma is powerful enough to balance the hormonal functions so that a lot of these PCODs and infertility can be addressed. I think there should be more than 10,000 Gano babies. Yes, sir. Yeah. In Madurai, the one Dr. Amadella models are more than 500. 500. And some of them, they would have delivered. So that's the power of Ganoderma, right? This is the ultimate function of Ganoderma. When you use Ganoderma for more than say supposed to have that power of regeneration. Organ the body, has that regeneration function. The hair, it grows. It grows or not?
Grows. Yes, grows.
Every month you have to visit the hair dresser, right?
Yes.
You cut the nail, it grows. Right? You cut the liver, it grows. So basically, if, God has created every organ, every tissue for duplication, right? Regeneration. So Ganoderma will stimulate that function. So when you start taking Ganoderma, your body gets the benefit, and the regeneration function to happen, it will take many, many years, maybe 10 years, so that the one of the benefits of taking Ganoderma in the old age is that the regeneration function is kept good, so that you are not aging that much. Your cell population is protected, right? So the regeneration function is the ultimate function of Ganoderma. It's a very powerful adaptogen, meaning that it's non-toxic. It has got an overall normalizing effect on the body. And spirulina is an adaptogen, moringa is an adaptogen. Basically, it is not toxic to the body. And adaptogens can protect the health. And stress is a major killer. Let it be any kind of stress. They have done a lot of studies, and they have said that heart attacks is more common in people financially stressed. And we have a solution in DXN where, if you follow the marketing plan and if you become a diamond or a crown diamond, you are financially free.
Yeah.
There is no financial, provided you work. Yeah, provided you work. You follow the system, follow the marketing plan, right? Learn how to do the DXN business. That is what I did. 19 years now, crown diamond, I am getting a good pension. That's it. End of the day, that is very important, right? To have your own food, your own medicine, to buy your own medicine, right? very important. Because I've seen a lot of patients, they don't have for treatment or buying medicines, and all the more today, children are not taking care of the parents, right? So create a pension for you. Don't depend on your children. Fortunately or unfortunately, everyone has children. DXN, grateful to Professor Lal and Dr. Ratna, so that I am enjoying my pension. So stress is not, it has got so many effects. I showed you the benefit of Canada, and it helps in controlling the various risks. A very powerful heart tonic, and this is the latest edition of our Bible, our Quran, our Bhagavad Gita, edited by Eugene Braunwald. He is father of modern cardiology. He is 86 now. He lives in Chennai. Lives in US, right? And this textbook is a standard reference textbook. In that, you have Ganoderma lucidum mentioned there, right? And also the spirulina. Sorry, it does not come out clearly, but it's still, I think. And they talk about the regeneration. The future, the work is going to be on regeneration, tissue regeneration and engineering. And in that, it can help regeneration of the heart cells, and it can normal heart function in a dilated heart. Which is going on to the regeneration function. Anoderma can help in regeneration. The latest, the journal, Indian Heart Journal. Can you see that? Are you able to see this? Indian Heart Journal is September, October 2018. Latest edition. I am yet to receive November and December. That article, right? The role of polysaccharide peptide of Ganoderma lucidum as a potent antioxidant against atherosclerosis. Atherosclerosis means hardening of the arteries and the blocks happening there in high risk and stable angina patients. And you can see here original article. This article was published in the recent one, and the work was done in Indonesia. This kind of an article to be published in Indian Heart Journal is out of question. Unless you have a scientific proof, scientific information, right? And the conclusion, what they have done, said the polysaccharide fraction of Ganoderma lucidum is a potent antioxidant against pathogenesis of atherosclerosis in stable angina and high-risk patients. That means people who have a risk of developing heart disease and people having heart disease. Ganoderma is one of the powerful antioxidants. What more do you want? When I talk about, the Ganoderma lucidum in our textbook of cardiology, I'll take 2-3 minutes more.
Yeah.
Because this is a very important scientific information, and our cardiologists will not believe this. When I talk about Ganoderma to my friends and my colleagues, right, they'll say, S.Ranjan, why do you want to talk about DXN and Ganoderma? Right? You do angioplasties, stenting and surgery, and you fill up your pocket with 50,000, 1 lakh.
Yeah.
Why do we want to unnecessarily talk about it? That's the attitude of my colleagues. Right? How much can a cardiologist earn today? How much can a cardiologist earn today? Reasonably, can you guess? Half a crore? Devi Shetty? I'm not talking about those guys, high profile guys, right? I have a way who is he's in Chennai. He was in a day he will do 20 procedures on 30 lakhs. Dr. Matthew Sapna. But he has got the right. He's one of the best in the Asia. But what am I making in DX? Stupid to be a DX diamond, no? But end of the day, you need a pension, right? When you are not able to do your work. Right? That I am enjoying today.
Yeah.
Like Jack Ma said, we plan for 10 years. A lot of people, the seniors here, sitting down here, we work for 20 years now. Right, Kabir? Almost 19, 20, 18 years now. And what we have achieved in 18 years, you guys can achieve in 5 years.
Yes, yeah.
Because now the system is strong, you have products, you have, best management, everything is perfect. Where are we lacking? No effort. That's the problem. So, in the coming years, I said, got a very big future and provided you invest time, right? So, any of the literature, you go to this website, you go to PubMed, keep on talking. You just tell them, good, where is the literature? All the literature will come. Stephen Hawking, a big brain or a small brain?
Big brain.
Very big brain. Right. And the advice what he gives for the younger generation. However difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. It matters that you just don't give up.
Yeah.
And one of the YouTube you can go and see the Star Talk. There's another great astrophysicist named Degree Tyson, and he will interview Stephen Hawking. And he will ask, what is advice you give? Only one word he will say at the end of the show. That happened in sometime 3 months before his death last year, 2019, 18. He said, never give up. Only one advice, never give up. Why people fail in DXN or any other venture?
They give up.
They give up. So if you want to succeed in DXN,
Don't give up.
never give up. Even after you take 20 years, become a crown diamond, it is worth it. Right? Even if you don't become a crown ambassador, you become a crown diamond. It is worth it. Right? The system is there, the same system, the same products, right? And young people like Bharat can do it, and Surendra Prasad can do it. Anybody can do it, provided you work on it. Right? So my journey in DXN, has been. I've enjoyed every moment of my journey in DXN, my life with DXN. Of course, we had ups and downs. That is bound to be there. And initially, when we started, we had a lot of difficulties, went through a lot of hard times. I was born in 2014. Again, issues. And today, we have a powerful management. And our CEO is with us. Right? And every 2 months, 3 months, I think he's right. Interested is in India, and he is investing so much of money. It's, so we are all aging. Dr. Ratna, we are all aging, and we want the younger to take it up. We may not. It's a bonus for us. Please understand.